Okay, so I have two sets of arrays here. So we have our V3s, which is this pair here, and then we have our V4s, which is this pair here. Okay, so the idea here is going to be we want to take the virtual machines that are inside these data stores, and we're just going to use this one data store as an example. And we want to move it, SvMotion it to this pair of arrays. And we want to do this so that SRM can dynamically pick this up, which it really can't, but we can run through the steps and fix SRM as we go. So let's come out to the environment here. This is the V3 data store. I've got two virtual machines in it. Now, when I set up my V4 data store, I created a dummy virtual machine for it. And the reason I did that is I can't set up SRM objects unless I have a virtual machine in the data store, right? It's not going to let me create a protection group and a recovery plan. So this is exactly what I did. I came out and created two protection groups. So we have the V3 one, which is going to contain a couple of virtual machines, and the V4, which is just going to have the dummy. Right? And then there's an associated recovery plan for each. Right? So we want to get our virtual machine from the V3 array. So we're just going to use one of them into the V4 array protection group. Okay, so inside our vCenter here, we'll come to the virtual machine. So we'll click in here and we'll take the first one. We're going to run a migration. Okay. First thing it's going to do is when I try to do this and I tell it where I want it to go. So I'm going to come down and find my V4. So V3, here's my V4. So the first thing it's going to do is it's going to tell me, hey, this is part of SRM. If you move this, it could screw things up, blah, 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 which is right. So just know that you're going to get this system error. It will let you continue. You move on, and these are very small. So it's now moved it. And if I come out to my V4, here it is. Great. So what happened on the SRM side? So on the SRM side, I've got two issues. So the first is I'm being told that the virtual machine is invalid because I moved it, so it doesn't exist. SRM doesn't have the intelligence to know I'm moving in between arrays and I want to just put it in a different protection group. Now, if I come out and look at the V4 protection group, you'll see that the virtual machine is in the group, right? But it's not configured. So I've got to do two things here. I've got to get it out of the original group, and I've got to configure it in the new group. So this is actually pretty easy, right? So I just come out and I say, okay, I know this is an invalid virtual machine. I'm going to remove protection. It's going to go out, pull the virtual machine out of the protection group. So you can see here it pulled it out. So now it's no longer in this protection group. And my V4, once I pull that out of the V3 environment, my V4 will say, oh, okay, now this virtual machine is in here and it's not in that other protection group. I will automatically configure it. And you might remember that is a capability that SRM has, that when you add new virtual machines to replicated data stores, it will automatically configure them. It can't do that until we get it out of the other group. So, other than the fact that you've got to unconfigure it from the old group, it's fairly straightforward to do the storage vMotion if you wanted to use it to migrate from, an older array to a new array. Whether you're going from V3 to V4 doesn't really matter. The concept here is going to be the same.